Hey guys, I hope you're all well. If you're new to my channel, welcome. And if you hear any singing in the background, I apologize. There's a lot of places open, they're singing, and yeah, everyone's excited about the summer. And I can't block out the noise. So as I'm speaking to you, I hear it and I'm like, oh my God, I hope it doesn't interfere with this video. Well, this video, I want to talk about an app that I was asked to review for learning languages. So, as you know, sometimes on the channel I do talk about things that can help you learn Spanish in particular, since I always talk about Spain. But there is an app that I have tried, and yeah, I'll go ahead and give my review. With that being said, let's just get started. All right, guys, so if you haven't subscribed, go ahead and do that now. And yes, let's just get into it, okay? So this app is called Ling. And at first, I was thinking, okay, this app is probably like Duolingo, right? Because I've done Duolingo, I've done the whole tree. But when I used this app, it was a little bit different. Actually, in my opinion, it was better than Duolingo. The app has over 60 languages. So languages I've never even heard of, all right? Now, I know you're probably seeing things on the screen and thinking, why is it in French? Because I love French and I wanted to try it out in French. I mean, I could have done Spanish, but I mean, I speak Spanish, so I probably would have been bored. So I did French. So the first thing I've noticed that the app, you have lots of features that I haven't seen in Duolingo. For example, you have different exams you can take after each lesson. The exams pretty much cover everything in the lesson. There's no surprises. You have different exercises that are similar to Duolingo. For example, the exercise where you put the words, like you'll see a phrase. Okay, let's say in Spanish, for example, you'll see a phrase and you have to translate it by selecting the correct words and putting them in the boxes. The only difference here is that the boxes are all the same size. So, you know, if you try Duolingo, you'll see the boxes are like different sizes, so you can guess which one, you know, is correct. Well, you can't do that with Ling. Everything is the same, but when you first start, it will give you a clue to the first box, and that's pretty much it. If it gives more clues than that, I don't know, because I was able to figure it out pretty quickly. You also have different categories like introductions, numbers, family, useful expressions, things like that. You also have other features like speaking. It will test your pronunciation. It'll say bonjour, for example, or hola, or whatever, and you have to say it, and it'll give you like a percentage of how well you pronounced it. French pronunciation is difficult, oh my God. But it was actually pretty fun. Another feature that I really liked about this app was that the voice is not a robot like Duolingo. It's an actual person speaking. So you get to hear, you know, the accent for real. If you want to play a phrase, you can play it slowly or fast. And it's, yeah, mine's was, yeah, it had a woman and a man's voice, but it was an actual person. So I thought that was really cool. As you progress, you start to collect bananas. I don't know what they're used for because I didn't go that far into the tree. So I just know I collected a couple. I learned a few phrases, a few things. One of the exercises that I thought was really, really fun was the chat feature. So the chat feature comes in two different categories. So there's one where you're talking to someone, right? And when the words come up, it automatically will translate it into whatever language you're learning and English. But you don't have to do this. You can just have it in the other language. For you to talk back, you'll have a list of phrases that you can choose. Some will be formal, some will be informal, but they're phrases that you would use in a real conversation. So you select which one you want to keep the conversation going. Another good exercise that I saw was the feature that you have to listen to what they're saying and then you select what you've heard. So they'll say a phrase. I think Duolingo has this too, if I remember correctly, but you'll hear the phrase and then you have a list of options and you have to choose what you thought it was. There's also a game where you have these cards, these pictures, and then you have words and you have to match them. So for example, let's say Spanish, you'll see a picture of someone sleeping, then you'll have the word dormir, which means to sleep, but it'll have like 6 different pictures, 3 different pictures, 3 different words, and you just have to select which ones you want. I noticed that the phrases that they teach you are things you would actually use. So it's not things like the cat is cold or something, you know what I mean? It's something that you're going to use in actual conversation. The only thing I would say about the app I didn't like was that sometimes, not all the time, but sometimes it takes time to load, but that's not like a make it or break it type of thing. They said you can also play with this app on the internet, on a web browser. I've only used it on my phone, so I haven't used it on the web browser yet, but on my phone it's sufficient because I do everything on my phone anyway, so I had no problem. I would say overall, it's a really good app to use. In addition to other apps you may want to use. I actually did a video a long time ago about different ways to learn Spanish or how I learned Spanish, and I did include some apps and different programs that I've used. But I would say I did wish that I had this app when I first started learning Spanish, because the first app I used is Duolingo, and it helped me with grammar, but it didn't really help me with speaking because some of the phrases, you know, I couldn't use in a normal conversation. And if you have Duolingo, you know exactly what I'm talking about. But it did help me with, you know, grammar. I would say Ling helps with grammar, but it also helps you with useful phrases. And it's a little bit more challenging, so you don't really get bored. Duolingo, I didn't get bored either until I was halfway down the tree. Then I started to get bored. But so far with Ling, it hasn't happened. Some of the exercises I like more than others, but I would say overall it's a really good app and I highly recommend it. I'll leave a link to the app in the description box if you're interested. I would just take a look, try the free version. It comes in the free version and the pro version. Try it out, see if you like it, and then if you want the pro version, get the pro version. But yeah, that's all I have for the Ling app. So if you try it, let me know what you think in the comments. All right. Well, I hope you all have a good day and I will see you in my next video. Hasta luego. Ciao.